Good morning. Today is day one of the new class. Discover the fundamentals you need to regain control of your thoughts, your emotions, and your life. So, day one is very simple. It's all about breath work. And life starts and ends with a breath. The ancients say the fastest way to ascension is through the breath. You are able to regulate your thoughts and your emotional state primarily with the breath. That's what most of yoga and everything is based off of. There are countless volumes and volumes you could do to learn about the breath, and there's other ancient sayings. I believe it's from the Bhagavad Gita, and I'm paraphrasing, of course, because translations are only so good. But your God or your divine is found in the spaces between the breaths. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to give you some of the basics of what is needed to do more rhythmic breathing, to overcome anxiety, things like that. So totally, pay attention and start being aware of how you are breathing. And Lao Tzu talked about how a baby is the perfect Taoist master because they are still just free, open, and being. They haven't been limited and held down by family, culture, society, your own ego, and all this other stuff that everybody else is dealing with. So we look at how a baby breathes. The baby first breathes in through the belly, extending the diaphragm down, and then the chest opens up, bringing in air to the chest, and then the shoulders roll back. And then as the baby exhales, the reverse. Shoulders go down, the chest starts to compress, and the belly deflates. That way you get a full expansion and filling up of your breath. And I want you to give that a try right now. Just take a couple really deep breaths, slow in through the belly. Let the chest expand, and then let the shoulders expand. Hold it for a moment, and then exhale. And one more. And this is the last one. Okay. Now, take a moment, check in with yourself, and notice how much different you feel compared to just a moment ago before you started the breathing. And you change the amount of oxygen, carbon dioxide. You're also affecting your vagus and other nerves in the body that will regulate you from fight or flight back to rest or digest, between the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous systems. Or is it vice versa? Always get those two switched. That's why I like the fight or flight and the rest and digest. It's just easier to remember. So that's your basic overall breathing. Now, this is very good to do first thing in the morning when you're doing your meditation and later in the evening to help regulate and get things through. And another big thing with the breath is all of your emotions are held in the breath. So there are different ways you breathe depending on what your emotional states are. For instance, with anxiety or a panic attack, you are just breathing from the upper part of your chest, which is very good to like pull in some quick oxygen if you need to run from a saber-toothed tiger. Not so much when you're sitting at home trying to chill and just watching TV, or you're in a boardroom, or any number of things going on throughout the day that don't have immediate life or death danger. So, what I like to do is trick your body into going from that fight or flight back to the slow rest and digest. So to do that, you will utilize the trick of counting your breath. So I want you to breathe in for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is very rhythmic and makes it like a dance. In 4, out 8. In 4, out 8. Don't worry about the top and the bottom of the breath for the pauses, for the other two parts of the breath. When you're in the middle of the panic attack, it's too much to try and think on. I've heard people try and do like 4, 4, 6 and all kinds of other weird things. And the big thing is just making your exhalation longer than your inhalation. And what this will do is it tricks the body into calming back down. The longer exhale gives you the feeling that you need more air. So when you breathe in the next breath, your body will automatically take a deeper breath. So in 4, out 8. The other advantage to this is you are counting your breath. And it is very hard to be in the middle of a panic attack when you are focusing on your breathing. So your initial task for today, we're going to go deeper in all kinds of other topics over the next few days. But today, we're just going to get you to do a couple breathing exercises to start calming your nervous system down so you can look at things more clearly from a more neutral observer space. So you can just be instead of being up in your head, instead of worrying about the future, the past, or any of the other bullshit. Let's come back into the now. You're alive, you're breathing. It's a beautiful day. And may you have a day of heaven on earth and everyone you come in contact with. And so go back. I skipped over the 4 basic parts of the breath. You have your inhale, you have the hold at the top of the breath, you have your exhale, and then another hold. So that's a 4-part breath. There are many deeper things in the breath work, like my personal I'm working on during my morning meditation is I'm working my way up to have 1 breath a minute. 15-second inhale, 15-second hold, 15-second exhale, 15-second hold, and then back. So it's completely cyclic. That's a long-term goal of mine, but it shows you there are many deeper ways to breathe. But today we're working on the simple. So I just want you to breathe in for 4, out for 8. And every time you start feeling anxious, panicky, down in the dumps, I want you to focus on that breath work. And then come back and touch and feel where you're at. See yourself calm down. And may your day be blessed. Now to figure out how to